Catalan is spoken today by more than 10 million people across parts of Spain, Andorra, France, and Italy. But where did this language actually come from? To understand Catalan, we need to go back more than 2,000 years. Before the Romans arrived, the eastern coast of the Iberian Peninsula was inhabited by different peoples, including Iberian tribes and later Celtic groups. Their languages disappeared almost completely, but some place names survived. Then, beginning in the 3rd century BCE, Rome conquered the region. The Romans brought Latin, specifically Vulgar Latin, the everyday spoken version used by soldiers, merchants, and settlers. Over centuries, Latin replaced most local languages across the Iberian Peninsula. But Latin did not evolve the same way everywhere. As the Roman Empire weakened and communication between regions became harder, spoken Latin slowly transformed into different Romance languages. In what is now Catalonia, the local variety of Latin began developing its own unique pronunciation, vocabulary, and grammar. This was the beginning of Catalan. By around the 8th and 9th centuries, after the collapse of Roman authority and during the early medieval period, Catalan had started becoming distinct from neighboring Romance languages. One important influence came from the Franks, the Germanic people who ruled territories north of the Pyrenees. Their political control and cultural contact connected the Catalan-speaking territories more closely to southern France than to central Spain. This is one reason Catalan shares many features with Occitan, the language historically spoken in southern France. In fact, early Catalan and Occitan were so similar that medieval poets often used Occitan as a literary language throughout the region. The earliest written examples of Catalan appeared around the 11th and 12th centuries. One famous early text is the Homilies d'Organya, a collection of religious sermons considered among the oldest literary documents written in Catalan. During the Middle Ages, Catalan expanded rapidly alongside the Crown of Aragon, a powerful Mediterranean confederation that included Catalonia, Valencia, the Balearic Islands, and territories as far as Sicily and Sardinia. As trade and political influence grew, Catalan became an important language of administration, commerce, literature, and navigation across the Mediterranean. This period, especially between the 13th and 15th centuries, is often called the Golden Age of Catalan literature. Writers such as Ramon Lull helped establish Catalan as a sophisticated literary and philosophical language long before many other European vernaculars had fully developed written traditions. But Catalan later entered a difficult period. After the dynastic union between Castile and Aragon, and especially after the War of the Spanish Succession in the early 18th century, the new Spanish Bourbon monarchy centralized political power. Following the fall of Barcelona in 1714, Catalan institutions were suppressed, and the use of Castilian Spanish became dominant in administration and education. Catalan continued to survive as a spoken language, but for centuries it lost prestige in official life. Then, in the 19th century, Catalan experienced a cultural revival known as the Renaixença, or Renaissance. Writers, poets, and intellectuals began restoring Catalan literature and promoting the language as a symbol of regional identity and culture. In the 20th century, Catalan faced another major challenge during the dictatorship of Francisco Franco. Public use of Catalan was heavily restricted. It was banned from many schools, government institutions, and media outlets. Despite this repression, families continued speaking Catalan at home, helping preserve the language across generations. After Spain's transition to democracy in the late 1970s, Catalan regained official recognition in Catalonia, Valencia, and the Balearic Islands. Today, Catalan is used in education, television, literature, business, and digital media. It is also the official language of Andorra. Linguistically, Catalan occupies an interesting middle ground between Iberian Romance languages like Spanish and Western Romance languages like French and Occitan. For example, the Catalan word for night is init, closer to French nuit than Spanish noche. And the word for key is éclair, related to French clear and Latin clavis. These similarities reveal Catalan's historical position as a bridge between the Iberian Peninsula and southern France. So, Catalan is not a dialect of Spanish. It is its own Romance language, with a history stretching back over 1,000 years, shaped by Rome, medieval Mediterranean trade, political conflict, cultural revival, and centuries of resilience. And today, it remains one of Europe's strongest regional languages, carrying with it a unique identity and a deep historical legacy.